You're laying in the bed, eating a 10-piece half and half with a peach lemonade mix with a side of crumble cookie for the second week in a row. Just letting life pass you by. You keep procrastinating. Well, maybe I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'll start the first of the month. No, do it right now. Go to Zakiah's internet channel right now. You're here, by the way. Don't leave. She will help you. You keep telling yourself, I don't have this, I don't have that, I need this, I need that, I can't do it, I can't do it. She did it. She did it. If she can do it, you can do it. So head over to her channel right now. Stop procrastinating. Stop being spacious. Get up off that fat, juicy ass and get over and become a better you. Why don't you keep watching a video that's going to help you change your future? All you got to do is keep watching. I'm just saying. So you want to change your life, eh? You've come to the right spot. If you're new here, hey stranger. If you're not, hey friend. It's your girl Zakiah Monet, aka Zakiah's Internet, back with another video. Today, I'm gonna give you some tips on how I lost 21 pounds in the span of 2 months. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm so excited. If you are a regular on my channel, then you know I just finished 75 Hard. And I kind of just wanted to give y'all some tips as to what I did to actually succeed the challenge. Now, when it comes to scores, because you know, your girl just graduated college and I'm just a grading gal. I need to know what grade I got. I would give myself an 83 on the exam when it came to 75 Hard, because you just have to keep watching. You have to keep watching. It's gonna be in the tips. I'm gonna tell you. I wrote down a couple of tips that I would give myself at the beginning of 75 Hard starting that could help me navigate through that space. Now, this process is not linear. This is not the guidebook. These are not just the rules. It's not that easy. Like, if you follow this, you're not destined to succeed, but these are tips and tricks that will help you and allow you to kind of be more swift in a process. Like, you know, I'm just giving y'all some wisdom. And this is not in any rank whatsoever. This is just simply tips that I think are gonna be helpful. You know, what do I know? Take it with a grain of salt. It's not like I finished the challenge and lost 20 pounds and became so much more confident within myself and my body. But like, what do I know, you know? So the first one is something that a lot of gym rats, a lot of people that have routine, I guess, in their life, they will tell you this. It's forever discipline over motivation. Motivation is like a surge. It's like when you have an energy drink and you're just like bouncing off the walls, like when kids have candy and they're just like have a freaking sugar high. That's what I think motivation is. Because at least for me, motivation comes in spurts where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm up at 2 a.m. writing my new like rebrand, like, oh, I'm about to do the biggest thing ever. 3 days later, I'm like, no, I'm not her no more. That was a different Zakiah. She's gone. You have to have discipline. You have to want it so bad that whether you have the motivation or not, you're still showing up for yourself. You have to go to the gym when you don't want to. The hardest part is getting there. I promise you. The hardest part is really getting there. One trick that helped me get me into the gym was telling myself I'm gonna do the minimal. I'll be like, yeah, so I'm gonna go to the gym, but I'm only doing the treadmill, and I'm only gonna do treadmill for 30 minutes and I'm going home. I'm like, okay, bet. Get to the gym, get on the treadmill. As I'm doing it, I'm like, bruh, I'm here, like I'm already here. Let me just go ahead and do a full-blown workout. Like, let me go ahead and get my little reps, my sets in. Let me do it, like, for real. Ew, I forgot to tell y'all what 75 Hard is. Do y'all know what 75 Hard is? Okay, this is how my brain works. I'm not editing this out or changing. This is just how it is. My mind jumps. This is my space. This is welcome to my mind, literally. So 75 Hard basically is 75 days of hell. Like 75 days of pure discipline, 75 days of really challenging and testing yourself to the extreme. You get to pick your own diet. You have to work out every day. You have to drink water. You have to read a book. You have to do something like put yourself into a creative space, pour yourself into something. That way it pours back into you, basically, is how I take it. That was my rules. That's how I played the game. I don't know. I also have my week 1 where I explained why I was doing it. But long story short, I was just severely depressed with myself. I didn't fit any of my clothes. I was my highest weight of 205 to 8 pounds. I don't know if it was 205 or 208. It just started with a 2 and ended with a single digit. And I was like, I've never been there before. I didn't even look at myself in the mirror. I couldn't stand nothing. I didn't want to go out with my friends. Like, I was just disappointed in myself. And I finally got to a point where it's just like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Like, you want to see a change, you have to be the change you want to see. Like, literally nothing changes if nothing changes. So I got my big booty juicy ass up and started doing it. And I vlogged every week, whether I wanted to or not. Towards the end, you could kind of tell like I didn't want to do it anymore, but I did it. And at the end, I lost 21 pounds and I'm super proud of myself. So if you don't know what 75 hard is, that is it. And I had to have hecka discipline over motivation, because at least for me, the beginning was so freaking easy. Like, the beginning, oh my gosh, it was like I wanted it so bad. Like, I was so disappointed in myself. I felt so heavy that I was like, no, I literally can't do this anymore. This is just not me. I feel icky. I can't even look at myself. Ew. So I really was going to the gym. Like, I cut out all bad carbs, I cut out sugars, I cut out fried foods, I cut out juices, like everything. And yeah, it was hard, but I got through it. The next one I would say is to have an accountability partner. So originally going into this, it was supposed to be me, my mom, her partner, and my boyfriend. At the end, it ended up just being me and my boyfriend. And I'm no joke, if I didn't have him with me in this process, I probably would have had at least a cheat day or given up or something within it, because I just kind of like, as I got more into it, I got kind of comfortable and like, I'm kind of happy with my results. Like, I'm happy here. I'm just gonna have this crumble cookie, or I'm just gonna have this bag of chips. Like, it's not that bad. And he would just be like, listen, no, like, you're better than that. You're almost there. You're doing so great. I'm proud of you. Like, someone to feed into you. Because when you cannot feed into yourself, you need that source. You know, you need that other person sometimes. And without him, I can honestly say like this process would not have been as smooth. I'm just really grateful and thankful that I have somebody to hold me accountable. It didn't feel like I was just doing it alone. Hence why I wanted to get the videos up for anyone else that was doing it, so they could feel like they weren't doing it alone. I advise you to not do it by yourself. Try to find somebody that will do it with you. I think that's the most amazing thing. And even if you are starting, watch me while I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm as helpful, but like I did it, so you're not alone. Another thing that heavily helped me was removing myself from spaces that don't align with my goals, as well as social media pages. I'm 23. I almost forgot how old I was. I live at home with my sisters. One of my sisters just went to college, so it's now 4 of us here, and then my mom and then her partner. And my sisters are younger than me, so there's always like junk food in the house, french fries, fried foods. There's always some sort of temptation. I stay in the basement, so whenever that was around, I'll just remove myself from that space. I don't even let myself be tempted. And if I am in that area, it's just a no, Zakiah, no, Zakiah, not right now. We can't have that now. Like, don't be tempted. You're doing so good. Replace that cake with some blueberries. Like, literally, my sister's birthday was the same, like 2 weeks after I started. They had birthday cake. I had blueberries and strawberries in a bowl. Like, it's just replacing that discipline and just being able to remove yourself from those spaces if you're able to. Also, not going to things that will tempt you. Because another thing with 75 hard is no alcohol. I don't consume a lot of alcohol. Like, I'll drink it occasionally, you know, socially, that's the word. But I don't drink it like that. So when I would be invited to parties or like would be invited to spaces where I know there would be like alcohol or wine, or most people would be sober, I just, hey, I'm not even gonna allow myself to be tempted. I'm sorry, can't do it right now. I'm prioritizing me. I'm sorry, I love you, but like, you have to understand, if you love me, this is just what I have to do. Hopefully we can rain check and I got you. Simple as that. Another thing that worked for me was discovering new workouts and setting a routine. So the first month, couple weeks, I was testing out new workouts, seeing what I really liked. Not what felt good, but what I really liked, like what I knew my body would reap the benefits of, and really creating that routine, setting that routine, not just following TikTok. Like, I love TikTok for the fact that it exposes me to new things, but you have to do your research. You have to learn your body type. You have to learn what food you can and cannot eat. When you're working out, you have to learn what you're trying to target and work on those things. Like, me personally, I'm satisfied with the lower half of my body. If anything, I want to be toned, but like my glute area, satisfied. I don't need to be doing RDLs, and I don't need to be doing all the different squats that get my booty more plump. If I want my legs, I don't know, are those glutes? I don't know. Whatever. If I want my legs, my quads, there we go. If I want my quads to be more toned, then I'll focus on more things that would tone my quads. I can't think of the names right now because I just can't. But yes, do things that you would benefit from, not just things you see. That was what got me to where I was before 75 Hard anyways. Seeing all my favorite gym influencers do their meal prep, and it's chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice. I can't have rice. That's too many carbs. That's where my weight was coming from. I'm doing all these things thinking it's benefiting me, and it's not. It's actually harming me way more. So learn your body type, set your routine, go with it, finish it through, and show up for yourself every day and give your 100%. Even if your 100% is freaking 62%, give your 100%. So 75 Hard, as I feel like I've explained before, is very crucial to your mental. Check in with yourself, please. Check in with how you are doing mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, check in with yourself, whether this is daily or weekly. Write a journal entry, do a voice memo. Just take in thought, like, oh, how am I feeling today? How is my body feeling? Because there's some things I did not agree with 75 Hard, and one of the things is working out for 75 days straight. Now, I'm not saying take them rest days, like take, but like, I already set 2 to 3 days out of the 75 for myself as rest days, because I just feel like it's inhumane to just work out straight. And my thing was, I did hard workouts Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Took a nice little brisk walk for over an hour, did something light, but that required me to be physical instead of laying in bed. Check in with yourself, because this is still a journey and it's new for you, and this is like part of self-care and prioritizing yourself. I feel like a lot of people really highlight the exercise part of 75 Hard and never highlight the self-care, spiritual well-being part of 75 Hard. So that leads into my next point. Understanding that God's purpose for you is greater than the world. The world will try to feed you all this nonsense, this BS of whatever, whoop-de-doop-de-doo. During my 75 Hard process journey, I have grown my relationship with God. I did a reading of the 31 days of Proverbs. I cannot talk or think right now. And really connecting and trying to get closer to God and rebuilding that relationship, because I feel like a lot of my friendships and relationships are not as stable on my end because I don't know how to build a straight connection. Like, I don't even have a good connection with God. Like, I acknowledge him, I talk to him from time to time, but like, I don't even work on that. So I don't know if like why I would think my relationship with other people will be great if mine with God isn't that great. Does that make sense? But during 75 Hard, I really was checking in with myself, really talking to God more, really trying to get to know him and who he is, and not project, because I often think how I see myself is how I see him, and that's a lie. Like, that's more than a fib. So I really say, like, for me personally, this was also a spiritual journey, like really getting to know who he is and what he wants for me, understanding that his plan will always trump mine, basically. So within this process, be patient with yourself, get to know God, get to know who you are, really like sit with yourself, have your self-care days. I did stuff like coloring, I did face masks, I went on walks. Like, I did stuff that would feed my soul and allow me to have God time, because I'm trying to learn how to incorporate him in all aspects of my life instead of just like, oh, church and prayer and worship. That's it. Like, no, when I'm praying, when I'm eating, before I drive, while I'm on a walk, when I'm in the car driving, when I listen to music, like, that's a relationship you have to put work into. And that's just something I'm still learning and still processing to this day, but I felt like I had to share or needed to share. Another thing that kind of helped me is tracking your progress. Track your progress, because I promise you, if I did not have pictures, I would not think I was losing weight and I would have quit. I'm like, bro, everybody's telling me they see a difference, but I'm not seeing a difference. So it's we're done. This is a fluke. This is a fail. This is a scam. I want to opt out. But having my, look, I'll put the before and after pictures on there, but I was constantly taking pictures, constantly trying to see what the progress was giving. And without that, I definitely would not have believed. I mean, the scale doesn't lie either, but pictures really, you could see something, you be like, I'm not that big, and then you take a picture and you be like, delete that, thanks. Don't show nobody else, please. But I do want to put a before and after up here. I'll probably put the before here and the after here. I did lose 21 pounds and I'm really happy about that. I did not reach my goal weight, which is 175, I believe. I'm ranging between really 186 and 190. Every time I'm either 186, 187, 188, 189, or 190. I'm never past 190. So the goal is to range from 180 to 186. That's the goal, and then go from 175 to 180. Another thing that I did was a calorie deficit, making sure you are consuming less calories than you are burning. Burn more calories, eat less. If that means eating stuff with more protein and fiber, so be it. Look up a calorie deficit, look what you need to do, learn your calorie intake goal, and follow that. Get the app. I use the my calorie diary. No, I use Chronometer. What the heck? It's called Chronometer. I would literally either scan if I'm eating a prepackaged thing. If I'm eating a home cooked meal, I would try to guesstimate, but literally use that to try to have an estimate of how much you're burning or you're eating. And then I have my Apple Watch. I had set my calories burned goal to 1,000, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't eating more than 1,400 calories a day, honestly. Oh my gosh, I feel like 75 Hard is such a good opportunity to try new foods and recipes, healthy foods, healthy snacks, healthy recipes. I learned so many good dishes while on 75 Hard, and good snacks. Smart Pop has become a favorite snack of mine. I found some really good trail mixes, some oatmeals. I've gotten some, what recipes have I used? I've done salmon and potatoes, smothered chicken with quinoa. Quinoa has literally become my rice substitute because a lot of my meals require rice, and I've either done brown rice or quinoa. But quinoa is also more fulfilling and high in fiber, and fiber keeps you filled a little bit longer. So I've been doing that. I've been drinking more water. Made my little concoction, which you see in a couple of my weekly videos, which was hot water, apple cider vinegar, honey, and lemon. Literally helps you keep you filled while also being a detox and keeping that bloating down. I'm starting that over today. I try to do it twice a day. Really just find a new thing. I think it's fun. I enjoy cooking. So when I find new, easier, cheaper recipes, I love it. If y'all want a video or a short on that, please let me know. I know I have a short on there showing some of the snacks and stuff. Oikos, the yogurt, really good for you. I'll do healthier milk, no sugar added, no sugar added nothing. Cause that sugar will get you. I promise you, it will get you every time. I don't know what tip number we're on, but I want to tell you to have a schedule or a routine, something that helps you keep the flow. Don't give yourself too much free time, because then, at least with me, when I have too much free time, I get bored, and when I'm bored, I get hungry. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. No, you're bored, babes. Find yourself something to do. So whether this was me going to the gym in the morning or in the afternoon, going on walks, door dashing, just to drive around, make some money, coloring, listening to music, going out with my boyfriend, just finding ways to fill up my time, but having a schedule. I know prioritizing self-care, having self-care days, okay, this is the days I do this is the day I do that. That way you're actually using up all of your time. And you should be going to sleep at a decent time. Sleep is important. So if you 8 o'clock, I don't have nothing to do, go to bed. You still hungry? Go to bed. And don't eat past a certain time. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. Like, don't eat too late. I originally never ate past 8:30, and then I moved it down to 8. Like, I'm not eating past 8. There's no reason for me to eat past 8. If I'm hungry, if you didn't eat at 7:30, 7:45, 7:59, you're drinking water for dinner. You're having sleep for dinner. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I was a college kid. Like, I ain't got no money, sleep. Like, that's just it. I don't know what to tell you. That's the discipline. That's the discipline talking right there. Like, this all goes hand in hand. I don't know how or why or what other way to tell you this. Want it, you have to fight for it. You have to really fight. It's not gonna just come to you. I want y'all to do this the healthier way. I don't want you to starve yourself. I don't want you to do none of the Ozempics. I don't want you to do none of that. All you gotta do is show up for yourself every day. I promise, and you're going to see the change. You just have to want it. And the last thing I'm gonna say is give yourself grace. This is going to be new for you. This is going to be uncomfortable for you. This is going to be very frustrating, very hard. You have to give yourself grace. You have to allow yourself, if you really need it, give yourself rest. Be patient. It's a hard process. I promise you. I had so many days where I'm just like, F it. Guess we both ain't. No, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired, grandpa. You gotta be the grandpa sometimes. That's too damn bad. Like, get your ass up and go to the gym. Especially when I started going to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. Girl, sometimes I was like, no. Hell no. Who do you think I am? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. No. And I find myself same day on the elliptical at 6 a.m. You know, just happy. Like, it's really just be grateful for yourself. Talk up to yourself. Listen to uplifting things. I was listening to Steve Harvey. I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to gospel music. I was just feeding really positive things into myself, so I felt like I could do anything. I can still do anything. That's really all it takes. Like, I didn't want to make the video too long because I know, like, people be having short attention spans, and by people I mean me. So I'm trying to, like, make it long enough to where I would be engaged, but not too long. And yeah, that's really it. If you're on your 75 hard journey or any health, fitness, life journey for the better, you've got this. Like, literally, I want you to look at me and hold my hand when I say this. You've got this. Like, you are so much stronger than you think. Don't underestimate yourself. It really is mind over matter. Like, mind over body. Like, you're so strong. It's all up here. It really is all up here. And I like seeing that progress. I like seeing people push themselves. I like pushing myself. I like being pushed out of my comfort zone. Like, I won't admit that to person face to face. Like, if I'm working out and I'm trying to do something and a person be trying to push me, shut the hell up talking to me, because get out my face. But then I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. And I do it, and I'll be so proud of myself behind closed doors, but I won't let the person know. And that's pride. Don't be prideful. I'm working on that. I just want to say you got this. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't give up, because it's in you. It's truly in you. It's not on you. It's not beside you. It's not the next person. It's in you. It's in you. Look in the mirror and say, it's in me. I got it. You got the juice. You got the sweat. The sweat? Yeah, you got the sweat. I promise you, you do. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm Zakiah Monet, aka Zakiah's Internet. Yeah, I mostly do vlogs. I'm trying to, like, lean into fitness and, like, sit down videos and kind of give wisdom on things that I'm passionate about or that I've experienced, and I thought this would be a good start. So I really hope you liked it. Also, if you got my first reference in the beginning, I love you. Like, literally, you're my kind of people. You're my kind of people. You get it. You're not one of these young kids that didn't have a childhood. You get it. So thanks for understanding. And if my wig is crooked, I'm sorry. I had to throw it back on and come sit down and talk to y'all. Like, I didn't even check for real. But yeah, it's self-care night, so I want to get to that because I need some self-care. I love you. You know what I say. Peace, love, blessings, prosperity, abundance, all of the above. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.